liabilities as a Forex trader. Not often do you hear this information. So I want to kind of share some things with you. But before I say that, I want to preface this by saying ahead of time, I am not a financial advisor. I'm not a tax advisor. This is just my personal opinions. But again, you need to go seek personal financial advisors, tax advisors who can specialize in helping you with this. I'm just going to share what happened in my meeting this morning with my own tax advisor so you guys are aware of how things work when you're a Forex trader and you need to file taxes and stuff like that. Okay, so this is just my personal opinion. I'm saying that ahead of time. This is just a personal opinion. I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm not telling you that. So let's begin. So those who are going to be watching this video, who are my students already, you already know, I told you guys that I had a very important meeting and I just completed that meeting with my own tax advisor. And I told you guys about that in class, that I was going to be having that meeting. So here's what actually happened. And I want you guys to hear me very well. So by the way, and I'm going to throw something extra in about cryptocurrency traders. You need to really perk your ears up. You need to hear this, okay? But for Forex traders, what happened was my tax accountant, my advisor, we use an accounting firm to keep track of all of the expenses and everything else. Well, I got an email from him, an alert saying, hey, Uncle P, and that's him now texting. Hold on, let me wipe that out the way. That's him right there responding to another question I had. So what I asked him, he hit me up and said, hey, Uncle P, here's what your numbers are. And this is what your liability is going to be for the year. We need to figure out a plan. Okay. And he told me the number of thousands of dollars I would have owed in taxes. So the first thing I did, listen to what I'm saying, please, because this is how wealthy people think. Okay. Instead of me saying, oh dear, oh my, I have to pay taxes. I have to pay taxes. No, wealthy people say, what can I do to offset the taxes and zero out my baseline? So as a Forex trader, one of the things that you can do, if you're just starting out, that's great. You can do that as an individual, having your own individual trading account and stuff like that. And again, this is experience. It's not saying, I'm not giving you tax advice, but just giving you just experience. Okay. So again, seek financial advice. I'm going to say that over and over again throughout the video so nobody can say, oh, he told me tax advice. I didn't. Okay. I'm just telling you my experience. So when you open up a trading account, when you start really making some nice, decent profits, one of the things that I would suggest that you do is contact an advisor and set up you a possible LLC, S Corp, or something to put the account into a business name. So as you're making profits, you can now, instead of them just instantly taxing you and hitting you up hard, 35%, this and that, because you're making money, now you can offset some of those costs due to business. Okay. For an example, think about it. If you are trading and you're using your home to trade, well, as a business, and I'm not giving you tax advice. This is just experience, and I'm giving you heads up of what some things that I do. As you can clearly see behind me, at the location where I live, I still trade. So since it's a business account, I'm using electricity in this home. I am also using this office in my home. I use Zoom in my home. I can go down the list of the things that I do for my business in my home. As we speak, I am recording a video using my cell phone in my home. So my cell phone is now a business expense. My computer monitor that I bought, which I love, was a business expense. Me trading in the markets using electricity is a business expense. The square footage of this office is a business expense. You guys, I forgot to turn on the chat. I forgot to turn it on. Oh, it's on. Yeah. So type a 10 if you're starting to get the concept. These are things you're going to have to pay for anyway. But because you're trading as a business and not an individual, now that can be written off versus just giving away the money that you earned in taxes. Now, again, I will say again, I am not a financial advisor. I ain't telling you what to personally do. I'm just giving you tips on what I do. Because I hate working for my money only for somebody else to demand that I give it to them. Okay? So again, take whatever you want to think with it. I am not giving you financial advice. So I'm just telling you, let's go further. This gets better. So he told me you need to write off a XYZ amount of money. I'm like, oh me, oh my, oh me, oh my. Wow. I thought with all the donations that we gave and everything else, which we've given away thousands of dollars in donations. Because every time I purchase, and when I want to stop and say thank you to you guys, because every time you make a purchase, we actually take that money and start making donations. I don't say enough about that, but we actually do. That's why we have the accounting firm to keep track of all of that. So therefore, one of the main sources of which we use as a vehicle to make the payments is through PayPal, because PayPal has a entity inside of itself that has hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of nonprofit organizations, and you actually can click on, and you can check this out for yourself, PayPal donations, and you'll see they have a separate page strictly for if you wish to donate to organizations. And there's thousands of them that they vetted and put on there. And so we use their platform because number one, it's trackable. And if anybody says, oh, Uncle P is a scam, I will call you straight on the carpet, and PayPal can verify what we've given. And then it gets translated because our accounting firm tracks every expense that we do, and they also receive the same information simultaneously, showing proof that we actually did do the donations. So not only do I donate personally, but every time you guys have made a purchase and anything you purchase in the future, know and rest assured that your money is going to the right place. It's going to these organizations. Matter of fact, this morning we sent a donation over to Feeding America, because even though stimulus money is out and everything else, a lot of people are still starving. Okay, everybody didn't get a stimmy check. And that's a sideline, but notice what I'm saying. Why am I bringing this up? Because that was also tax write-offs, donations. We didn't use it as, it wasn't profit to us. We gave the money away. So we've written that off. So I thought we gave enough. And I'm leading somewhere. So watch where I'm going. Y'all gonna be like, oh my gosh, you're gonna understand why rich people always have open up foundations. Watch what I say. So I said, well, I thought we gave away XYZ. Yeah, you did, but you still have a tax liability on your own personal of what you personally earned. Didn't matter what you gave from the company and the sales, you still got a problem on your hands, sir. So I said, what can we do? And watch this before I go further. One of the first things I did, I asked my wife to attend the meeting because she doesn't trade in the market. She's a writer. She's a motivational speaker. She does other things. But I still wanted her to be involved in this decision process so she'll know what's going on when I get ready to shake and bake and make these moves. So here's what happened. So we talked about different ideas, tossed them out there, and here's what he said. Because my guy used to work for Goldman Sachs. It was Goldman Sachs. Okay, he used to work for the big dogs. So here's what he said you should do. He said the easiest and best way to go about it for your circumstance, Uncle P, why don't you open up you're already giving away money every day. Why don't you open up a nonprofit organization, a legitimate nonprofit organization? You're already making donations anyway. Open up a nonprofit organization, and then what you do is the money that you were already giving away on a daily basis to these other organizations, you give it to your own nonprofit organization, and from your own nonprofit organization, you give it away that way. So it's still me giving away money daily to these nonprofits, but instead of me giving it away as a sole person or through Supereasy will donate the money to its own nonprofit organization, and then from there, it gives it away to the public, which is what we were doing anyway. However, what happens is the tax liability that I would have had due to this thing here, these charts, is now written away. Because any dime, everything that I would have had to give away to the government, I can give to my own organization, my nonprofit, and then from there, give it away to the people anyway, which we were been doing. We've been doing that anyway, behind the scenes. I never say much about it, but yeah, we've been giving away money daily. So it's just, instead of me clicking a button from Supereasy's account, Supereasy donates into the nonprofit, and then from the nonprofit, we still do the same donations. However, because of that extra quote unquote pass through, now it's written off as an additional write-off. One extra step now. That's all it takes, is just one extra click. So instead of going directly to Feed America or Doctors Without Borders, you can look them up. We donate a lot of money to them. Doctors Without Borders, those are doctors that go around the world treating sick patients who can't afford to pay them in poor countries. We support them as just another one. ASPCA, I can go down the list of lines of all the different organizations we support. So instead of us just saying, hey, here's the money, we're sending to you, no, we send it to the nonprofit, and then from the nonprofit, we still send it to them. So it doesn't hurt them. They still get their money. And the only difference is it's just whose hand is it coming out of? And thereby, you just got an advantage of writing it off. Now, why am I saying that? Again, I'm not a tax advisor. I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm just sharing ideas that happen to have come across my plate. Okay? Why is that important? Because it's nothing more painful than you working hard for your money only for another entity to come in and say, you better pay me, or else I get a right to throw you in jail for the money you earned. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you're getting the idea where I'm going with this, type a number 10 in the box. I want to make sure you guys are getting what I'm saying. And I know we have a few people on now, but thousands will watch this later. I just want to make sure people are getting the concept of where I'm going with this. Now, do you understand why these big institutions, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, now do you get why they're doing that? Huh? Now do you understand why Warren Buffett has foundations? All these rich people have foundations. Do you understand why they're doing that? Because if I got to give the money away, I want to designate who I want to give it to. I don't want somebody else coming in telling me, you better give me XYZ. That's mafia stuff. No, I will choose where the money will go. The money will have to leave me anyway, but I want to have a choice over where it's going. So therefore, by doing these rich people steps, you take authority over what you do. You don't let somebody else just run your life after you had to work hard for it. These are secrets that poor people never hear about. The wealthy, this is just common knowledge to them. Now you understand why they have these foundations. Now you understand. So as you're growing your account, you need to tap into a good financial advisor. The H&R blocks and stuff like that, they're very general. Okay, they're very general and giving you general information. If you're really going to grow your account and eventually be successful in Forex, you're going to need to work with somebody who understands how real wealthy people do business. And then they can share that same concept with you. And now you have the same knowledge as somebody else. That's why I say people get mad at rich people because they just understand the laws. Well, why are you mad at them? You have no business being upset with them. Just learn what they learn. If you guys understand what I'm saying, type a Y in there. I want to make sure you guys are with me. Again, I'm not giving financial advice. I'm just giving you guidance on what to research for yourself. And it doesn't even have to be about Forex. It could be whatever adventure you're doing on the side. Do you get what I'm saying? So therefore, now your cell phone bill, you can write it off. Why? Because even this, hey, this is part of my business. I'm doing videos to help you guys. I ain't charging you, but my cell phone has to be used to shoot the video. Okay, that's a business expense. Write it off. I have to have a computer monitor, so I bought the best in the business that will fit my need. Write it off. Because I have to have it. I have me a custom computer made. Why? Because I need a fast-paced computer to handle the different volumes of creating indicators, teaching, using Zoom, editing, all these different things. I need a professional computer, not a rigmarole. Write it off. Do you get what I'm saying? My car, write it off. It's a business expense. Well, how's that a business expense? I have to travel to go talk to people. And because of the nature of the business I'm in, I can't represent myself in a little old tiny Matchbox car. So I buy the best in the business. And then I write it off. I travel all the time. Well, every place I go, people are asking me about Forex. Well, what do you think about investing? What do you think about stocks? What do you think about, and I'm gonna share with you guys cryptocurrency. You need to know this one coming up. So don't tune me out yet. So when people ask me stuff, if I'm sitting at a restaurant, all I need to do is have a conversation about it. And if ain't nobody else around, I'm having a conversation with my wife about business. How many emails came in? What do you think about this? What do you think about that? I can have a 5-minute conversation. It's business. So every time I go out to eat, I'm writing it off. Every time I go travel, I'm writing it off. Every time I go to the gas station, I'm writing it off. Heck, I even signed up for a gym membership, right? Now that one I couldn't get past because my guy said, hey, hold on, Uncle P, slow it down. He said, I said, well, I was just trying to join the gym membership as a wellness program. Yes, you know what I'm saying? As a wellness program for me and my wife. He said, no, that one you can't write off. See, but the truth of the matter is, what's nice is that you have somebody who can guide you into how you can get away from being in a tax liability situation when you have the right team around you. So as you're growing your account, the worst thing you can do, in my personal opinion, but again, verify, go check it out for yourself, is to have everything under your personal name because you don't have any write-offs. And that's where you're going to run into some trouble. Okay? That's where you run into trouble. So I'm just simply giving you advice. For an example, one last thing, and I told you about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. A lot of people want to trade cryptocurrency. Here's something that you need to know that the average trader does not understand. So the laws changed for crypto traders. You might want to share this with your group. And by the way, if you like my videos, do me the favor and click the like button and please share it, okay? And hit the subscribe button. Help me out because I'm always helping y'all. Help me out, okay? So, because I want to reach more people. I don't even get I know some people do social media and they get those, they get checks from the social media. I don't get any checks. I don't do any deals with them. My goal is to reach as many people in this space to help as many people. So when I say please click the like button and subscribe, it's not because I got, like Country Wayne and some of these other people making their living off of social media, getting paid. I don't have that kind of setup. I just like helping. So let me help you guys with this last one. I want to head on out. So when it comes to crypto trading and you Forex, cryptocurrency traders, did you know that the government stepped in? That's part of the reason why the crypto market went ridiculously donkers. Tax situations. You didn't know this. So what happens is that now the government wants to find a way to regulate and tax your trades on cryptocurrency. Well, how are they going to do that if it's encrypted? Crypto encrypted? Okay, here's how. So you can go and do as many crypto trades as you want. But I was told, and not just me, but I heard it also from Robert Kiyosaki and other successful people, they said the same thing. Sharing this with you. I'm not a tax advisor, I'm just talking. Here's what happens. You may be doing all these transactions in crypto, but the moment you do a withdrawal, now they can track it. The moment that money converts from crypto into regular withdrawal cash money to use, they can track you. And at that point, there's a question, if it isn't there already, it's going to be there, where they're going to ask you, did you do crypto transactions? And if you say, watch what I'm saying, this is what I heard, verify for yourself. If you say no, it is not just the fact that you lied. It's now going to be, if it's not already in place, a federal offense, meaning jail time for not reporting your money. Did you hear what I said? It's going to be federal offense because you lied on your crypto. They want to know about that crypto. So as long as you're doing a crypto transaction in and out, trade, crypto, and then you flip it to another crypto, is encrypted. That's where the word crypto comes from, encrypted. You can't see it. But the moment you go out and purchase a car, buy a house, you took money from your crypto account and converted it into US dollars or whatever currency, and you made a purchase. Now they can say, oh, well, where did this money come from? Well, on the application, when you submitted your taxes, you said you didn't do anything. Well, where did this money come up? And you're going to have to come up with a good excuse. Do you guys understand what I'm saying to you? This is why you need to have good financial advisors around you, not your common H&R Block, Jackson Hewitts, and this and that. Not saying that they're not people who work there from there who can't give you good advice, but a lot of times they're just a boutique, normal, tell you the basics. You need a real person who's going to help you if you're going to be doing big money in Forex, because these are things you need to know so that you can stay out of the way of trouble, because there is things you can do to go around those things. What do you think rich people do all the time? They don't really care. Tax laws are created, they'll complain, but at the same time, they'll reach right out to their professional financial advisors. Not just a tax preparer, but a financial advisor. And they will reach out to them and get strategies on how to work around this. That's why no matter what tax laws come out, rich people end up never paying taxes. Type of amen if you understand what I'm trying to tell you. Again, I'm not your financial advisor. I can't give financial advice, but doggone it, I'm trying to give you heads up on what you can do. Because this is not discussed. And most retail traders, average person, average people, they never get access to this information because they don't invest into it. They're cheap. They want to get the cheapest thing, but then you actually end up paying more than the average person. Why are rich people always avoiding and ended up not paying taxes? And then the public get angry. No, you just need to learn how to play the game. Well, how do you play the game? Pay for it. Stop being cheap. Pay to get the right people around you. That's what wealthy people do. They pay for information. Information is gold. I'd rather pay him pennies on the dollar compared to the thousands upon thousands of dollars he said I would have had to give away to the government. Especially when I'm already giving away money on a daily basis. I've been doing that. A couple of months ago, I did a live video just to show proof. I showed my live statement from an outside accounting firm showing proof of how much money we donate. So why am I still paying tax liabilities if I'm making all these donations? Well, because they try to find a way to get into your pocket. Your job is to find a way to get their hands out of your pocket. Are you understanding what I'm saying? That's the game. They find laws and ways to get into the average person's pocket after you work hard to earn the money. They didn't help you earn it, but they are darn sure going to be there to collect. Your job is to learn how to get their hands out of your pocket. Because if I got to give the money away, I want to designate where I want it to go. Okay? And I ain't going to go too far deeper than that. I think I've given you guys enough heads up information to give you an idea that you might want to start doing a little bit of due diligence and stop paying these cheap people on the corner who don't know much about taxes and actually get a real advisor who can tell you here's what the X, Y's, and Z's. And like I said, if you're starting to grow your Forex account, that's a primary sign that you might want to start contacting somebody who can really help you to understand how to offset some of that, because they're going to tap in talking about, well, you owe 35%. I think it was 35. I forgot what the percentage was for investors. They done raised it up, trying to just dig into your pocket. Oh, I think you owe 35% of your profits. Well, my God, 35, 40% of what I've earned in the market, and I have to just hand it to you because you said you want it? Are you freaking crazy? That's mafia stuff. Why do I have to give it to you? Because I said so. And if you don't give it to me, I'm going to throw you in jail. What? No, I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna step back. I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna figure this out because I don't feel good about you just telling me what to do. I had to work for it, and you just come in and tell me what you I better, or else I'm going to jail. I ain't broke no laws. I ain't did nothing illegal. I earned it. I got up off my butt during London sessions, all these sessions, earned my bread, and then you just come in and tell me I better pay you, or else I'm going to jail. That's freaking ridiculous. That's freaking ridiculous. No, I'm gonna figure something out. So what do? I invest into knowledge. Whatever it costs, I invest. And the more I invest into this knowledge, the more I begin to understand why the Bill Gates, Warren Buffett's, who else? Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk of the world. Now you understand why they're so rich and they end up keeping their money. One last thing on this, and I'm done. A lot of people say, well, you guys, you just try not to support this and that. Whoa. Flag on the play. Flag on the play. Let me share this with you before you get into your self-righteous ways. Some of the companies that many of you guys are working at right now are owned by entrepreneurs who save money from their taxes and reuse those dollars to invest into growing the company so that you can have a job. So before you jump on your self-righteous horse about rich people never pay taxes, the same rich people you're complaining about is the same people who created the company you're working to get a job to pay your bills with. So do you want them to give the money away and do nothing with it, or use their money to reinvest back into their own business to grow it so that they can hire more people? That's actually what's going on. There's a whole different side to the story. So get off your self-righteous horse and think. Stop thinking as peasants. Think like rich people. This is what they do. If I got to give the money away, I'd rather give it to my business to grow it, which then gives more people jobs, which puts more food on people's table, than just handing it to a government who decides to splurge and spend it wherever they feel like. It's just, I got to give it away, but I want to have control over that. If this video was a little bit helpful to you, again, I can't go in detail because, again, I don't want nobody saying, oh, Uncle P trying to give financial advice. I ain't giving financial advice. I'm just telling you some concepts that you might want to explore as you're growing your account. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? If this was helpful, type a number 25 in the box. I just want to make sure this is a little bit helpful for you as a little bit of guidance, just to kind of help you out with some ideas. Because this is what the rich people do. They come up with ideas. This is why, yeah, they'll complain on public about tax laws, but they always come out on top. Have you not seen that? It doesn't matter what president is in the office. It doesn't matter whether it's Democrats or Republicans. That stuff is for the average retail Joe, the middle class. Rich people always figure a way around it. They don't care. So it's time for us lower end people, us less, middle class, whatever you want to call us. It's time for us to be able to have some of these advantages too. Well, how do we get them? They're always there. It's not without another person. It's just you need the information. And most people aren't willing to pay for it. They go with the cheapest thing they can do. I pay for the information. I pay my accountants. Tell me, if your time I have to rent your hours, fine. I'd rather pay you than to give thousands away and could have saved that money. But I was too cheap to pay you for your time. I pay for information. And I try to come here and give it to you guys at no cost as much as I can. Can't give you more because, again, I'm not a tax advisor, but I think this should help you. If you found this video helpful, again, I beg you and I ask you, please hit the subscribe button and share it, okay? And again, I don't get paid from social media. It's my job and my desire to just help as many retail traders out there as possible so that you guys are getting good information along your trading journey. All right. Peace and air grease. Have a good one.